The Chinese Communist Party is facing a fresh challenge. On August 7th, a video surfaced showing a man standing in front of the Victory of War Resistance Against Japan Memorial Hall in Kunming, Yunnan. He raised a banner in support of the anti-violent protests in Jiangyou, Sichuan, with the words, "Xi Jinping, step down." The video shows the young man wearing a white t-shirt, gray shorts, and glasses, holding a white banner across his chest. A crowd of onlookers gathered around, taking photos and videos. A security officer wearing a red armband rode up on an electric bike and stopped in front of the man. However, the officer did not try to stop him. Instead, he appeared to be reporting the situation over the phone. The man, appearing calm and unafraid, showed no intention of leaving. Later images show him standing in front of the War Memorial Hall gate. He was then arrested by riot police. This act of defiance, in which the man risked getting arrested and possibly losing his life, quickly gained attention online. Many people praised the man holding the banner, calling him a hero. "Well done, another lone warrior. Our nation has never lacked heroes. Thumbs up for this young man. Thumbs up for his solitary heroism." Others expressed concern for his safety. "He'll probably disappear again. Hope he stays safe. There are already Communist Party goons nearby, ready to show loyalty to their masters." Many also stated that not only should Xi Jinping step down, but the CCP should do so as well. "It should be the Communist Party that leaves. What's the point of only Xi Jinping stepping down? The whole CCP needs to go. Xi Jinping stepping down doesn't solve anything. The issue lies in the authoritarian system of the Communist Party itself. Either democratic reform happens or a new party needs to be formed." In recent years, China's economy has been in decline, with many sectors struggling. Unemployment is high, and public dissatisfaction is widespread. Protests have continued to rise across the country. Since the 2022 protest by Peng Lifa, who hung a banner reading "Xi Jinping step down" on Sitong Bridge in Beijing, more people have openly called for the CCP to step down and for Xi Jinping to resign. On July 30th last year, 22-year-old Fang Yirong from Hunan hung a banner in Liuyang City, echoing Peng Lifang's message. He also played slogans calling for freedom, democracy, and the vote. He supported strikes and the removal of Xi Jinping. Now with the CCP leader in the midst of a power struggle, have led many to compare the man in the white shirt to Peng Lifa 3.0. Some commenters suggested that this man might have been desperate. They speculated that he saw the most ironic scene in Jiangyou, and feeling disillusioned, decided to take a final stand. Recently, a video filmed on August 4th at the Jiangyou protest site went viral online. Here's what happened. The video shows police setting up barricades to block protesters. Many protesters stood behind the barriers, shouting at the police, demanding that the authorities address the issue and find a solution. The police, however, kept their distance and did not respond. The young man, wearing a black shirt and carrying a backpack, was seen shouting, "Don't attack the police are for the people, and they have a conscience." He also stated that the protesters are not inciting anything, but simply want to have a conversation with the leaders. A few moments later, another man, dressed in plainclothes and accompanied by riot police, approached the barricades. Protesters thought an official had come to engage in dialogue. A woman shouted, "The leader is here." However, the official did not engage with the crowd. Instead, he reached out to move the barricade, and immediately the riot police moved in and dragged the man in black away. Several protesters tried to pull him back, but the police quickly crossed the barricades, apprehended him, and carried him away. Shortly afterward, another protester in white was also taken by the police. On X, some users mocked the man in the black shirt, claiming he had been brainwashed by communist propaganda and needed a socialist iron fist to wake him up. Others suggested that the man may not have been sincere in his words, comparing his actions to those of Chinese protesters who carried communist flags. They argued he was likely trying to ease tensions between the police and the public to prevent violence, but ultimately, the approach failed. One commenter stated, "The police don't care about your words. The orders come down to arrest those leading the incitement. Anyone who speaks out will be arrested." Analysts pointed out that the man in black likely used politically correct language to try to prevent the police from using force, but he probably didn't trust or support them. Regardless of his true intentions, his words were surely seen as deeply offensive by the police, possibly even more so than direct insults. The reason is simple. He expressed views that directly contradicted their beliefs. The police surely perceived his comments as sarcastic, and even as an attempt to limit their actions. His arrest was almost certain, and he is surely expected to face intense re-education, as is the case for anyone who resists the police in China. Videos circulating online show that by the afternoon of the 4th, the police had already begun making arrests at the protest site. By midnight, riot police started to clear the area with violence, beating and arresting the remaining protesters. Many were severely injured, and countless citizens were dragged away. Numerous online reports revealed that the riot police were enraged that night. Anyone who refused to leave, or those who moved slowly, were beaten as soon as they were caught. Local users shared that a woman and her boyfriend, after finishing work, stopped to observe the protest out of curiosity. They were immediately struck by 2 police batons. Another report claimed that a food delivery worker passing by the scene was pulled off his bike by riot police and beaten severely, with no explanation given. Recently, China has been under increasing pressure, with natural disasters, human-made crises, and public protests escalating. As the September 3rd military parade approaches, the authorities in Beijing have activated a heightened security mode. Numerous job postings have appeared online, hiring temporary workers to guard overpasses and utility poles. These job openings are for temporary security positions with 1-month contracts, ending on September 4th. The pay starts at over 100 yuan per day, with some offers of over 200 yuan. The salary is paid daily, but may be delayed by 1 to 3 days. Workers who leave before completing the full month will have their delayed wages withheld. Some of the job ads specifically list bridge duty as their role. This profession started after the 2022 Sichuan bridge incident. Since then, Beijing authorities have deployed bridge guards during sensitive times to prevent the public from hanging protest banners on overpasses. Some of these job ads have also included unusual listings for security personnel to guard utility poles. One advertisement specifies height 170 centimeters or taller, age under 50, pay 150 yuan per day. Those who've done it know it's easy and not tiring, still need 12 more people. There is speculation that the need for utility pole guards may be linked to the numerous handwritten protest slogans that appeared on utility poles in Beijing during the June 4th anniversary. Additionally, since mid-July, Beijing authorities have implemented a clearance zone across several districts, including Dongcheng, Xicheng, Chaoyang, Haidian, and Fengtai. This zone will be in effect from July 16th to September 3rd, banning the release of kites, balloons, and any other objects. Even pigeon release is restricted. The costly military parade scheduled for the morning of September 3rd has led to a quiet online atmosphere, with most public discussions being censored or removed. Apart from the official announcements, there's little information available. On August 9th, a hotel notice posted online revealed that access to hotels on Chang'an Avenue would be restricted before 6 p.m., and no access would be allowed after that time. The announcement sparked frustration among some online users. One user shared they had booked a hotel in advance to watch the military parade, but later found that the area would be under lockdown, leaving them unable to see the event. In another ironic twist, the CCP often isolates dissenting voices during major events, either sending them away or confining them to remote hotels. To ensure air quality during the 2025 Beijing parade, authorities have ordered that construction sites in Beijing and 6 surrounding provinces halt work or limit production. This measure will be in effect from August 20th to September 4th. It will affect infrastructure projects, excavation, and demolition activities. One user pointed out that with already low wages, the extended break means even less income for workers. Beijing is now grappling with internal struggles, with the upcoming 4th plenary session and the September 3rd military parade adding to the pressure. The recent protests in Jiangyou, Sichuan have added further complexity to General Xi Jinping's political situation. From August 4th to 5th, protests in Jiangyou were met with heavy crackdown by riot police, resulting in many citizens being injured or detained. Following the protests, some Chinese users attempted to launch a Bangladesh mode, sharing the personal information of local officials and their families online. On August 5th, Jie Lijian, chairman of the China Democracy Party International Alliance, posted on his X account that the key officials involved in the Jiangyou crackdown, including the police chief and deputy commissioner, have been overwhelmed with phone calls. He urged people to call the mayor's hotline in Jiangyou to hold the CCP accountable. He also shared a video showing a man calling the local government hotline, asking the operator to inform authorities that the personal information of several officers and their families have been shared internationally. The man urged officials to protect themselves, warning them not to become tools for the CCP. The Chinese government is actively blocking information about the Jiangyou incident, even using coded terms like soy sauce, which is a homophone for Jiangyou, to refer to it. Related videos continue to be taken down. As a result, many users have turned to platforms like Douyin and Bilibili, venting their frustrations in the comment sections of official videos. In a particularly ironic moment, a video on Bilibili showed party leader Xi Jinping saying, "Chinese people don't fight Chinese people." This video quickly received an overwhelming number of comments from Chinese users. The platform was forced to clear the comment section entirely. Many users left sarcastic comments. Actually, the police only dare to hit Chinese people. People who are moved by the Nanjing photo studio can't see what's happening at the photo studio right next to them. As Xi Jinping has said, the people are the country. He's leading the people to fight for the country. If you still don't understand, let me tell you directly, what Xi Jinping is fighting for is the Chinese people. The Jiangyou incident has also struck a nerve with one of the most suppressed groups in China, lawyers. On August 5th, Liu Dazhang, a lawyer from Changsha, Hunan, went live on Douyin, discussing whether the police can beat civilians. The comment section quickly filled with replies saying yes. Some users expressed their growing frustration. Haven't you seen the recent Jiangyou video? From what I've seen, they can, and they're doing it brutally. Stop talking, I can't take it anymore. Ironically, Jiangyou, located in Sichuan province, is preparing for the World Games and is promoting its image-building projects. Authorities have been heavily pushing World Games propaganda through videos, but these posts quickly became flooded with comments from users, forcing officials to shut down the comment section. In addition, many video accounts from military and police departments, including those unrelated to Jiangyou, have been overwhelmed by angry users. The comment section of these videos are full of accusations about the crackdown in Jiangyou and mocking the CCP's military and police forces. Live streams were flooded with comments like soy sauce, cheer, and Sichuan unity, causing these accounts to activate no comment modes. Some users commented that when the Communist Party's economy collapses and lies are exposed, it will rely on the military to control the situation. The people, unarmed, are no match for the military. The real question is whether the Communist Party's ultimate tool, the People's Army, used to suppress the public, will be effective, as it was in the 1989 Tiananmen Square crackdown. Let's take a look at what Chinese Communist veterans received this year. August 1, 2025, marked the 98th anniversary of the founding of the People's Liberation Army, with various events held to honor retired soldiers. However, some veterans from Hunan shared on social media that their gifts consisted of just a bag of sugar, sparking backlash from the veteran community and sparking controversy. Several experts pointed out that in light of local financial struggles, support for veterans depends on the local government's discretion. On the short video platform Douyin, a retired soldier posted a video saying, "The government has no money. This year for August 1st, we got a bag of sugar. I spent 16 yuan to travel to town to pick it up, ate a 15 yuan meal, and ended up losing 11 yuan. He posted a photo of the sugar, which was widely shared by others. Mr. Zhang, a retired soldier from Shandong who fought in the 1979 China-Vietnam border conflict, told reporters that he had never received official recognition. This year was the same, just a greeting from the village secretary and nothing else. They probably think I'm a sensitive figure because I've been petitioning for years. I don't care about those things." Mr. Guo, a veteran from Qingdao who fought in the Vietnam War, said the recognition varies greatly depending on the region. In wealthier areas, they give rice, oil, or even cash. In some poorer areas, it's just a text message. He also shared that the Ministry of Civil Affairs had offered rice and peanut oil, but he refused. "They just wanted me to pose for a photo with the rice and oil to use in their propaganda. I don't need this kind of fake gesture." He added that a fellow veteran from Guangxi received a teacup this year. I asked him, "Why a teacup? Who doesn't have one?" "The government spends billions on aid to Africa, but we, who've bled for the country, are now marginalized." The controversy surrounding the August 1st veteran recognition sparked a response from public policy scholar at Shandong University. Speaking under a pseudonym, she explained that China's veteran affairs remains heavily dependent on local fiscal situations and whether the authorities are willing to act, leading to different treatment for the same identity. She said, "Veterans should actually be a key focus of institutional care. Take the U.S. and other Western countries as examples. They have dedicated agencies that ensure veterans' well-being and mental health, providing housing, medical care, and financial support. If local governments are struggling financially, the central government should step in through things like transfer payments, not just let veterans fend for themselves. The reality is, they're spending money on stability projects like neighborhood committees, grid workers, and village police. As a result, some veteran groups are being sidelined in the relief efforts." One user pointed out that the number of retired soldiers in China far exceeds the number of active duty military personnel. Due to their profession, they generally don't engage in street protests. However, if they aren't given basic support and a large-scale protest involves their families, their combat strength should not be underestimated. At the very least, they can influence their active duty military friends, which is something the Communist Party fears. Now, with the government using a bag of sugar to appease these veterans, it's clear how severe the financial strain is on the Chinese government. Veteran media professional Guo Jun explained that a careful analysis of the Communist Party's political trajectory over the past few years reveals deep structural cracks within the party. This isn't a matter of differing opinions, it's a significant rift over power and interests. Over the past decade, Xi Jinping has built his power base through an anti-corruption campaign. However, over 3 million party members have been investigated, including 500,000 officials at the department level or above. These individuals represent massive interests within the Chinese Communist Party's bureaucracy, as well as powerful families. Now, they've lost everything. If Xi Jinping's power slips even slightly, how will they respond? This also suggests that if a dramatic power shift occurs within the party, it may not be peaceful. It could be a bloody reckoning, and such internal turmoil has been seen in past transitions within the party. Given the current signs, analysts believe that the next 2 or 3 weeks will be critical for China's political future, possibly marking a turning point in the country's trajectory. Another prominent commentator, Shi Shan, noted that previous Communist Party crises have always been sudden. Just a minute before, no one thought it was possible, but the next minute it felt absolutely inevitable.